What makes this entire discussion even more fascinating is that relationship experts and longtime viewers alike keep pointing towards the same uncomfortable reality. Emotional repair between fathers and daughters rarely succeeds through grand gestures alone. Research surrounding emotionally distant parent-child relationships consistently highlights one factor above almost everything else: specific memory. In other words, the ability of a parent to remember particular moments where their absence caused hurt. Not vague statements about difficult years, but clear recognition of individual experiences. Fans have increasingly started analyzing Kody Brown through that exact lens. Across years of interviews and televised conversations, audiences notice that he often speaks broadly about family conflict while avoiding detailed acknowledgement of what individual children experience emotionally. He talks about heartbreak in collective terms. He talks about fractured relationships in general language. But viewers struggle to recall many moments where he publicly identified specific emotional wounds connected to specific children. That absence has become impossible for fans to ignore. Because for many people, the ability to name a painful memory accurately demonstrates something deeper than regret. It demonstrates attention. It proves the hurt was seen, understood, and emotionally registered. Without that level of specificity, apologies can start feeling emotionally incomplete, even when the sadness behind them is genuine. That is exactly why audiences believe any future attempt to reconnect with Kody Brown would require more than emotional vulnerability. It would require emotional precision. Viewers believe she would need to hear acknowledgement of moments where she felt overlooked, emotionally displaced, or left carrying confusion during major family transitions. And many fans suspect she would instantly recognize the difference between carefully rehearsed emotional language and authentic accountability. Over the years, audiences have watched Kody display a quiet perceptiveness that often goes unnoticed because she rarely dominates the dramatic center of the show. Yet viewers repeatedly point out how emotionally observant she appears, particularly during tense family situations. That emotional awareness may become incredibly important if reconciliation is ever attempted, because children who grow up around instability frequently develop a sharp ability to sense emotional sincerity. Fans also believe Kody's environment today is vastly different from what it was during earlier seasons of Sister Wives. With Kody Brown building a new life alongside David Woolley, audiences have watched a very different model of family interaction emerge around Kody. Viewers constantly comment on the visible warmth, attentiveness, and consistency inside Kody's current household, and many believe that environment has likely strengthened Kody's understanding of what emotional presence actually feels like.